Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Jacob. Huge thanks to Jacob and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Jacob first became a patron when I started working on Final Fantasy decks, and I helped him build his Ardyn deck. He has tuned it a bit since then and wants to show the deck off, along with the upgrades he's made to it. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Ardyn the Usurper is an 8-mana 4/4 legendary Elder Human Noble who gives demons we control Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. At the beginning of combat on our turn, we exile up to one target creature card from a graveyard. If we exiled a card this way, we create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. Now, I already did an Ardyn video where I talked about his backstory a bit, so I'll link that here if you want to go watch it. But Jacob wanted something a bit stronger, so we worked together to build something to his satisfaction. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these white ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store, or order them on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base is pretty straightforward. Mutavault for demon shenanigans, Command Beacon to help us cast our Commander again, Cabal Coffers, and Nykthos Shrine to Nyx for mana ramp, Midgar City of Mako, Bojuka Bog, and Witch's Cottage for utility lands, Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth to help make Cabal Coffers even more powerful, and 28 snow-covered swamps to serve as our basics. Not much to say about this land base, other than it's not exactly budget. If Jacob wanted an upgrade, the only thing I can think of is Cavern of Souls, because a lot of our demons are fairly expensive, and we don't want some mean blue player to counter them. For mana ramp, we've got some cost reducers in Heartless Summoning, Herald's Horn, Jet Medallion, the Darkness Crystal, and Urza's Incubator. Normally I don't run Urza's Incubator, but since demons aren't one of the more popular creature types, it's fine. If you're running a dragon or goblin deck or any of the more popular kindred decks, I wouldn't recommend this card, as it will lower the cost of your opponent's creatures as well. Next up, we've got Dark Ritual for burst, as well as being on theme with that artwork. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and Throne of Eldraine for mana rocks, Caged Sun, and Cryptghast for mana doublers. And yes, before I get any comments below, Cryptghast has a mono-black color identity, Black Market for extra mana generation, and Kyrix Son of Yawgmoth for some fun shenanigans. Now, before you roast me down below, let me assure you that Jacob has already played about 20 games with this deck, and he is happy with its performance and speed. For card advantage, we've got Bolas' Citadel, Demon Lord Belzenlock, Harvester of Souls, Liliana's Contract, and Stinging Study to help us dig through our deck and find our win cons. Meanwhile, Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, Runescarred Demon, Varagoth Bloodsky Sire, Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Diabolic Intent, Demonic Council, Scheming Symmetry, and Entomb all serve as tutors. Yes, that's a lot of tutors, why do you ask? We also have some graveyard recursion in Reanimate, Graveshifter, Abyssal Harvester, and Whip of Erebos. Not too shabby. Our interaction and spot removal package is mostly spot removal as we're in black after all. To start, we've got Praetor's Grasp, Archfiend of Depravity, Deadly Rollick, Defile, Reaper from the Abyss, Overkill, Feed the Swarm, and Summon Primal Odin. Not a very large package, but that's okay. I'm not worried about spot removal because we've got Blood on the Snow, Dead of Winter, Demon of Dark Schemes, Force of Despair, Toxic Deluge, Mutilate, Pestilence Demon, and Reaver Demon, all serving as board wipes. Yes, that's a lot. Why do you ask? Our commander reanimates stuff. The core of our deck consists of Abhorrent Overlord, Archfiend of Despair, Bloodletter of Aclazotz, Lord of the Void, Obnixilis Unshackled, Shadowgrange Archfiend, Sower of Discord, and Unstoppable Slasher. Supporting our plan, we've also got Maskwood Nexus for creature-type shenanigans, Malakir Rebirth, Swiftfoot Boots, and Mithril Coat for protection, Temporal Extortion to mess with our opponents, and Grey Merchant of Asphodel, and Exsanguinate to help close out games. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 36 lands, 13 pieces of ramp, and 1 MDFC. 18 pieces of card advantage. 8 pieces of interaction. 9 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and our commander. 2 sudden I win cards in Grey Merchant of Asphodel and Exsanguinate. Ideally, we win the game with an overwhelming number of demons, but Gary or Exsanguinate can come in a pinch. Either way, what fun. Do you have an Ardyn the Usurper commander deck? What direction did you take the deck in? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgie, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaros, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Osra, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Yori, Sleech, Zach, Mr. Salty, and Hua. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.